Hello and welcome to One Player, in which I shall run us through some solo gameplay of various one to more player games and pass judgment upon their efficacy and solo playing goodness. Today we are playing Fantasy Defense by Mandoo Games. It's actually a relatively new one to me. I was recommended this game. It's kind of a strategy card game. It plays solo or with two players cooperatively, and as the title suggests, we are defending our city here, these number of gates, from a horde of monsters here, with either humans or elves, which come with the base game. We're choosing humans today. And well, let's get into it. I'll kind of walk you through how a turn looks, and then hopefully we can kind of just come across the rules as we come across them. And let's just get going. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus my special card that I start with. So this rather fancy looking wizard fellow is our special character, and then we've drawn. That's a pretty interesting start hand, and I'll maybe explain why in a moment. So we've got our 5 soldiers ready to go, and then we fill the battlefield with orcs and their throwing machines. So this is the card, just to briefly kind of go over the card layout of the enemy. This is their kind of power, or their battle cost. You can see we've got corresponding numbers, lower numbers, on the top left of our player cards. So this is their battle power, or yeah, I think that's a way to say it. And then this is the damage to our. Essentially, they're not damaging the city; they're damaging our morale. So our morale starts over here at a 20. They're damaging our morale. And then this is actually kind of a neat system. It tells you which direction essentially they're coming from, or which direction you should place them in, or which gate you should place them to, I suppose. So this one to the right, we place to the right. This one to the right, we also place to the right on the next available gate. They don't stack, thankfully. And then this one also to the right. So we've got 3 fellows over here of varying levels of brutality. Awaiting our defense. Now, this fellow's landed on a gate which already gives us a nice 2 bonus, so that's helpful to know. And the reason I say this is an interesting hand is because we've got this fellow. You'll notice that his power is 5 plus X, and X in his case is the number of enemies currently on the battlefield. So he goes on right down as an 8 plus 2 is 10, and we'll actually be able to defeat him in the battle phase pretty easily. However, any time we battle, we have to we lose a defender in said battle. So we're also going to have to throw this guy down as kind of a bit of a dummy defense. He's a bit of cannon fodder, to be honest. So we place him down in his special abilities, and we get to draw another card. So we'll put him make our score 11 here to make sure that bomb-wielding goblin is dealt with sufficiently, and we've pulled a nice number 2 archer. Now, these cards, you'll see these are also X's, and these X's are how many of this card are defending the same gate. So it's always a nice idea to keep these together because they're going to be more powerful. And of course, their effects will stack, so we'll definitely do that. And with that said, we're still not going to add up to 16, although this guy, we can again draw another card from him. So why don't we just put him down and see what we draw from the deck, which is a nice 3. And this lady allows us to cast one of the enemy back. Now, that might not actually be a bad idea, because we can just put this back on the top and not take any damage on the first turn. So why don't we do that, put it back on the top. We've got 1 versus 16 over here, so that probably isn't going to be a thing, but we know what's going to come back over here. So why don't we do why don't we put these fellows and our archer over to the furthest right there. After that strategy phase of our turn, where we're able to place and then also move soldiers, although we didn't do it this turn, we can move them. What I didn't count on, and actually have luckily came through this, is that now this guy has gone down from a 8 to a 7 because we've just got rid of one of the enemies, giving him his boost. But we had the foresight and strategy and academic math skills to place an extra guy on here. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. Again, this against this goblin's 10 points, so he is dead. Like I said, we have to one of our characters dies in the brave fight as well. And this fellow attacking this gate is defended by a 1. Well, we know he's going to die because he's the only person there. But because we defended him, he only does half of his damage, rounded up. So 1. So our morale is going to move down to a 19. These people didn't get in a fight, so they're okay. And so the end of our turn, we're going to pull 5 new cards. And then we're going to generate some more baddies. So let's see what we've got. We knew about that one already. So we've got the old trebuchet, and we've got another one to the right. And then we have a nice trebuchet on the left flank. Very good. Good work. Oh, and this lovely fellow has this symbol here, which means that we have to get rid of one of the defenders in our hand, which I'm less than enthused about, but might say definitely not this guy, because now we've got this is a great draw pretty early on, because now we're stacking 9 over here now, which is pretty good. If you hadn't noticed by now, there is a lot of counting in this game. I'm going to try and edit as much of it. I'm going to try and much out of it as out. I'm going to try to edit it. I'm going to try and edit out as much of it as I can, just to make things go quicker. But I don't mind simple math. It makes me feel accomplished. So adding things up is okay for me. If that's not your thing, this is not going to be a fun game for you, because there's a lot of addition. So we know that we've got a 9 here, so he's 5 plus 4 now enemies on the board, so that's pretty good. We only need to stack 9 more on him. We still need to get rid of a bloody card. Well, that's shit. I kind of feel like this guy actually might be more worth more than this guy, because we can throw him out of our hand, but as soon as we play this one down, we get to pick someone else up. So I think we'll do that. Obviously, we know where the wolf's going, because the wolf's going over here to make the wolf pack. Then what? Got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 9 more points on him. Well, we don't have 9 more points, but we do have 1 more point in another card. And we guess, this is probably my favorite card. I know that it's like, it's the most powerful, or one of the most powerful, I think, but she's riding a snowy owl. I mean, that's the artwork on this game. I'm absolutely in love with. I just think it's fantastic. Alright, so that's come out pretty well for us, because now we've got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and what does that make? Oh, it's a 2 as well. It's got a 2 bonus. I forgot about that. Brilliant. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's a 9. Plus 2 is 11. And plus 8 is 19. Mate, you're going down. That leaves us with only 2 trebuchets and an orc to deal with, so that's fine. We've got this eagle card, which does allow us to move essentially as many of our soldiers from one place to another when we place the eagle. It's a really helpful card, and it comes in very, very well. Actually, it just becomes necessary at some point, because obviously, like I said, during that strategy phase, you can move your soldiers, but you can only move them to adjacent gates. And you also, our city is not in a circle, so this gate you can't move to this gate, and vice versa. So we only can go in kind of a straight line up and down the wall, which is unfortunate, but makes logical sense to make it a harder game. The purpose of that rant was to say that if I've got everyone over attacking here, but everyone defending over here, then this eagle's going to come in pretty handy. So I might actually think about saving him, because I don't really need to move. I've got enough problems over here as it is. So I might keep him. We can keep up to 2 cards in our hand per turn. Why don't we throw this fella down here? I think you can maybe just see him in the corner there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 plus 2 is 17. So we're still falling short on this 21. I suppose we could move them over and defeat. We can move them all over and defeat this one. So why don't we do that, because that seems reasonable. Although it will leave the trebuchet undefended. So we're going to move all these fellas over, and then it's a bit cheeky, but you'd see down here these kind of wispy, magical looking things. These are 2 spells that we start the game with. We can cast them only once per game, but they are pretty useful, and I think I'm going to play one to take out that trebuchet. So this one allows you to get rid of any enemy under power of 22, and I'm going to exhaust that and get rid of that one. There is 1 card in here which I think you can replenish 1 spell. I think I remember that right. So I'm not going to I don't throw it out or anything. I'm just going to exhaust it by turning it over. But that should mean that our morale is going to go down by 3 over here because we've got an undefended attack. So that's 1, 2, 3. This fellow we know we've beat because we've already done the whatnot. Oh, you know what I should have done is done it backwards. But I shouldn't have got rid of that before I did. You can resolve. What I'm trying to say is you can resolve the battles in a order of your choosing. What I should have done is not got rid of this, so this one still had an extra point, but it doesn't matter because we know we've scored 19 here. We've already done that math, and yes, and so you are gone. We have to get rid of one of our defenders on this pile, and then here we know we've got 17, so we have to get rid of him because we have defeated him, and one of these defenders, which I suppose will take the brave archer. And that will be our turn. We're going to pull 5 cards. And let's have a look at what we got. Okay, a nice selection. These cannon fodder cards do come in pretty handy, I'll be honest, especially when the enemies start building up. And we've still got that eagle in our hand, so if everything comes on over here this next turn, then we might need to do a bit of a shift. So let's see what the horde has in store for us. We're going left here with 1 defender to get rid of, so that's good. We're going left here, and we're going right here. Okay, interesting conundrum. And let's have a think, shall we? We've got a 20, a 17, a 19, a 22 over there, which I would very much like to get rid of without taking too much damage. These fellows are kind of in no man's land here because they can't go to anywhere which is actually fighting. So maybe we'll probably use our eagle on this stack, or this gate, I should say. So we're going to move these people, and we're going to use the eagle to do so. I'm just not sure where yet. So we've got a 9 and a 7, and with the eagle, okay, yeah, I could do math. Yeah, I can. We've got a 9 and a 7, that makes 16. And we've got a 3, which will make 19. Oops, not there. But then we're going to have, so I like this for that. But then also, I don't want to get rid of any of these cards because they're all quite high. So I'm probably going to add a cannon fodder to that, in which case it might be just worth taking out this 20. So follow me here. I'm moving the eagle. I'm grabbing all of the defenders from this gate and moving them to the eagle as reinforcements. I'm also playing a cannon fodder card. I apologize, I shouldn't call him that. He's gallant? Valiant. Both of those. Valiant. Yes. New word. So that's a score of 20. 20. Yes, 20. A score of 20, which will take this out. Your fate's sealed. I'm sorry. Then we've got these 3 to deal. Oh, these 3, I should say, not these 3. These 3 to deal with. I've got 16 in my hand, which isn't enough to kill anybody. And I've got 15 over here, which isn't enough to kill that. So I can use this lady to send back one of our bad guys, but the only downside with that is that then if I send back one of the bad guys, then this turn we actually will lose out, because this will go down to a 8 instead of a 9, and then we'll only have 19 points to defeat the trebuchet, which won't work. So I'm thinking about keeping this lady back, and we maybe take some damage this turn. So what if we did... okay, what if we did this? This gives me 18 over here, because we've got 6 cards at a 3, right? Yeah, X is 3 in this case. So we've got 6 cards at a 3, that gives me 18, plus a 4 is 22. Trebuchet dealt with. And then we've got this 6, which, well, we're going to get 4 damage either way, aren't we? So I guess it doesn't really matter where they go. Maybe here, because that seems reasonable. And we'll have 17 here pretty easily next turn. Okay. So, and we resolve the battles. We're holding this one back. So that was our strategy phase. We're resolving the battle. So this stack we now has 20, because we've got 9, 10, 7 and a 3. That's 20. This one is done for. And then we unfortunately lose our brave comrades in arms there. This fellow will do 2 morale damage to our city, so that's 14. He goes undefended. He is pillaging his little orc heart out. This fellow will be met with our 6/7, so he will do another 2 damage, 1.5 rounded up, so we're down to 12. And then this, I believe, we worked out to be equal to 22. One of these folks will die, and let's make it this person, because I think we've got a card that can bring someone back. Maybe that's the elf card, I'm getting confused. Anyway, we'll get rid of this one. We've got 22, and that one is a goner. I'd say that was a pretty decent turn, I think. We got 2 out of 4 enemies out of the way. Let's draw 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More counting. And we've got another snowy owl, so that's pretty solid. We've got another wolf pack, so that is great. And we've got an eagle, so if we need to move the wolf pack, we've basically got a wolf pack being carried by an eagle that we can drop on somebody. Tell me that isn't the most formidable castle defense you've ever heard of. Let's pull 3 orcs and see what their plans look like. Pitiful. Sorry, getting a bit... Oh, here we go. We're on to the boss. So we have made it through the underlings card. We have a boss, and we have a little separate deck of kind of non-underling enemies, and then another boss. So this is going to be a dragon, because I know it is. So which side is he going to appear at? Well, he's either going to go in the middle, or he's going to go there. So he's going to go in the middle. And he's a formidable 40. We've got to get rid of a defender, which will probably be this too, because I think we're going to need the firepower, to be honest. Now, because he's a boss, I can't get rid of him with this lady, which is a shame, but I probably could get rid of someone else if we wanted to. Now, it seems a shame to waste this much on this goblin, but you know what? I think we don't have a chance, because we don't have a choice, I should say. So that's a 20-point fighting force out of 3 cards, which is pretty darn good. But yeah, I don't want to mess it up, because I don't want to get rid of obviously I don't want to get rid of this guy. I don't want to get rid of my snowy owl. So we're gonna have to lose the eagle on that turn. Now we know we've got enough here, don't we? So we've got. Maybe I pull an eagle from over here. Maybe I pull the eagle and pull someone from over here. Well, no, there will be okay, I've got it. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got a wolf pack. We're gonna make those all 4s, which is a nice score of 16. Now I don't want to lose one of the wolf pack, because they are brilliant. So I'm gonna leave one of them behind, which is a 19. And then we're gonna move these 2 that were stationed there to... Should we move them to here and get a nice 10, 17 there and just take the 4. You know, I don't want to send this guy back either, because next time he comes out, we're going to have to get rid of another defender, and that would be a terrible idea. So I'm actually going to keep both of these, which feels a bit frustrating. But actually, I can't send the boss back. Don't want to send him back. So that doesn't help us. Oh, I guess we can send this guy away and then move these two. Yeah, why not? So let's... Wait, what am I doing? Okay. I've got too many strategies in my head. So we're moving these two to the eagle. Yes, we've decided on that. Eagle has landed. Couldn't. Sorry. I'm really sorry. We're putting one of these powerful ladies here, which is going to repel him back to the top of the deck. And then we're free to move these folks wherever the heck we want, because we haven't moved these folks yet, which means we're definitely not going to put them next to we're not going to have them face the dragon, because, well, maybe I guess we could, and we'd only have 2 damage. Yeah, okay. Why don't we do that? And then we're stacking our dragon for the next turn, where we're going to have to figure out something, because our most powerful characters are literally on the furthest ends of the map. Although, wait, no, I need to move him over here, because why don't I just kill this 17 and get rid of him? Yeah, sorry guys. Change of plan. You're going here, get you out on the battlefield. You guys are going... Yeah, it's only 16. Okay, fine. So you're going here as well. Moving from there to there. Didn't move 2 spaces. I just redacted my last move. And I've got one of these ladies left over again, which I think I will probably just keep. Battle. This resolves. You're gone. The eagle is also gone. This is definitely 17. It's a number higher than 17, which I'm not even going to add up to. That one is gone. And we'll get rid of this archer fellow here. This lady doesn't face anybody. And this dragon is free to do 4 damage, which, oof, we're down to 8. And then this, we have a score of, what was that, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this fellow gets defeated, and we'll lose this brave knight as well. And that's okay. I mean, that's what the boss is there for, isn't it? To be faced by himself. Although I'm a bit worried about how central the boss is and how not central my army is. So we're going to take 5 cards. 3, 4, 5. Got this one left over. We've got a nice... Oh, yes. Ha! I see your dragon, and I raise you a 2-headed dragon. What about that? What about that? Don't come at me with a dragon when I've got my own, and he's got double the amount of heads. All right. That's a strong hand. That is. We're gonna put some orcs to their paces on this turn. All right. What are you? 1 and 2. You're not an orc. You're a bloody giant. Okay, fine. And a 3. That's doable. We're still in the fight here, I think. Bollocks! I really need an eagle, because these are just so good to be left out here useless. That's 16 points. It's like having 4 of these guys coming at you. Should we send someone back? I guess we could do that. It might be delaying the inevitable, but I think I'm going to do it. So we're going to stack this lady again and send this guy back. Okay, so we've done that. That means this guy is powered at an 8, and this guy, this lady's still a 7. So that's a 15. We need a 4 over there. I don't really want to lose a 4 though, so I might put 4 and a 1. Ugh. Maybe I put a 1 and hope that I pull a 3. So let's do that. 1, we get to reinforce, and we pull a 4, so that's not great, but we'll put him down anyway. So that's an 8, a 15, a 16, and a 20, so that takes care of this ghoulish looking fellow. And then we've got, what have we got here? We've actually got exactly 21, haven't we? So that's pretty slick over here. So that's, I'm not even bothered about you, mate. And then why don't we just stack everyone else on the dragon, so that next turn we can maybe have a shot at killing him. So we'll just stack all of you wonderful soldiers and dragons on the battlefield. And that way we defeat you in battle with a score of 20 versus 19, and we get to lose our Mr. C fodder. We've got 21 here, so we defeat that monster in battle, and we're going to get rid of the eagle. You've served us so well. And then we're going to battle the dragon. We're not going to be victorious. Oh, we could hold them off with this spell card. No, let's save it. Saving it. Oh, I don't know though. We've only got 6 threat now. Ooh, or 6 morale. Alright, yeah, fine. So we're taking 2 morale for that, right? Let's draw what looks to be our final hand of cards, which it is. And they don't... We've got the last of our wolf pack, so... God, well, actually, you know what? There's 2 bosses in the deck. Like I said, there's one at the very end, and he is gonna go to the right, which our wolf pack will be well positioned to deal with. So let's just get that out of the way. Oh, you know what? We've got to put our enemies down first before I get to strategize. Ah, dear. 1. Oh, there you go. 2. Finally get some wolf pack action. And 3. These giant monsters are spawning like crazy outside of our city. I'm pretty upset that these are all in the middle, because it would have been nice for these gate bonuses to be on actually gates that have been attacked at all. And now you see I really do need another eagle, don't I? Because for God's sake, oh shoot, we've got to give up one of our cards for that guy. So fine, we will give up our number 3, our white knight here. So this guy, we've got a score of 9, 16 and 20, so they are well positioned to win that battle. These fellows are practically useless at the moment, but will probably be necessary next turn. These lady wizards need to move over and join this fight, I fear, and we're going to have to really bump that up, I think, as well. So let's do this. We've got our wolf pack, which is now equal to 25, which is just an absolute beast. So 5 wolves versus that guy, and he's a goner. So we either defend this and take 2 damage. Can we defend it and still win this battle? Probably not. Alright, counting time. 27. I still need 13 on him, which I do have in my hand. So why don't we do that? Oh, then they're going to be stuck out here when really the danger is going to be over here. Because we're not going to spawn anyone else. Oh, well maybe we will, because we're not going to get rid of this guy. So maybe our dragon will spawn here. Okay. Alright, so you're following my logic, right? I'm going to place this guy down over here to lessen the effect of this monster's damage, or morale, whatever. And then, if I've counted this up right, we should have 40. On playing this wizard, we get to bring back or replenish one of our spells, which I guess we might as well do, although I don't know if there's actually going to be any more creatures less than 22 in the game, but we'll do it anyway. So we've got 40, we've destroyed... Oh, hold on. We've got this player over here who's got 9, 16, 20, so we're going to destroy him first. That's how we do it. This one's got 40, so we've destroyed the dragon. First boss done and dusted. This fellow will not, unfortunately, stand a chance against the rather large shadow monster. So we'll defeat him, and... Oh, we need to... I keep forgetting, we need to get rid of these cards. We need to get rid of a card, don't we? So we need to get rid of this card from this pile, because we got one battle there, and we need to get rid of a card from this pile, which I guess will be our archer, because you are the weakest card, I'm afraid. Oh, we beat him with 41. I should have given myself credit for that extra gate defense card. So we'll get rid of this one. Where was I? Oh, shit. We shouldn't have left... Crap. We shouldn't have left this, because now I've got to get rid of one of my wolf pack again. Oh, bother. That's rubbish. Okay, so anyway, so I've got my morale to go down by 2 because we had a defender there, didn't we? So we've got 2 down to 4, and then this fellow will be destroyed by our wolf pack at the cost of one of our canine friends. Got no cards to draw next turn, so this is going to be interesting. Well, let's see how it goes. Final turn. It's going to come down to this. I think we're going to win or lose the game on this turn because I've got 4 morale left, and honestly, if they don't land somewhere here, and we know that this... yeah, I think we might be screwed. Let's see. We've only got 2 enemies left, and they're going left, and they are going right, as predicted. I don't have any way to move them. Crap. I thought he was going to go there, because I didn't think about this one getting taken out by these. Because if this one had still been alive, then the dragon would have gone there, and we could have moved everyone over, and possibly 141 minus 2 plus 2 is 40. I think we could have done that, but because we killed this guy with our wolf pack, we got too excited by their power. If I'd have left him at 4, we would still had to get rid of one. I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to take the L, guys. God, that's annoying when you know the one thing that you did wrong. That you're like, oh yeah, that would have won me the game. Well, let's strategize as best we can. So I think we are going to die. Well, we're going to take at least 4 threat, aren't we? Because we're going to even if we split these fellows up and lose 2 of them, we're still going to get half the morale of both of these. So that will be 2 and 2, which unfortunately leaves it at 0. This guy will give us 8 and 15, and then we can move these fellas over there, which... don't get distracted by the shadow monster when there's another dragon over there, but alas. 16 plus 8 is 24. We can move these over here to try to at least chase down these dragons, but unfortunately we'll defeat him and take a casualty, and we will defend against... wait, I didn't think about my spell card. I've got a spell card. This protects the 1 gate for 1 turn. My goodness, is it even possible? I still don't think it's possible. Now that the dragon's posted all over there, let's just play it through. If I protect this, I still can't get anyone to there in time. Shit! Oh, I was really excited then. And he's 23, so I can't get rid of him with my 22 or under card. Oh, bastard. So we'll defend that one. We take 2 morale and lose a wolf pack member. We're down to 2 morale, and then our strategy phase the next turn, we're literally just being everyone trying to run over here before the city is inevitably destroyed, and then the city getting inevitably destroyed, because unfortunately you will do 4 morale damage, which leaves us -2, and you will do another 2, and you will die, which will leave it as -4, and there's not even a space for that. Oh, that was... I've been on a roller coaster of emotions, but isn't that what solitaire gaming is all about? Those dastardly trials and tribulations. I think this game's great. I know I said it earlier. I think the artwork is really good. The simplicity of it it just feels really great. Like it's literally just, you're not deck building per se. You're just literally getting what you're dealt and dealing with it. And sometimes you can get lucky, and sometimes you get unlucky, and sometimes you mess up and think that one dragon's going to be in one place when it isn't, and sometimes you don't, and you win, and sometimes you lose. I think this game is going to be coming back to my table quite a lot. So I actually was able to pick up the Stone King expansion, which I've heard good things about. I believe, or at least by the looks of things, there's going to be dwarves. So that's never a bad addition. It's not a legacy game, but there's these cool chapters that you get to play along with it. So once I've completed the base game using both armies, I open chapter 1. And then once I've completed that chapter 1, I can unlock chapter 2. I think this is awesome. I think they've done a really good job. So yeah, this is going to be coming back to my table a lot. And maybe this can be another one where I can maybe do another playthrough and hopefully win. Maybe with the elves next time, because I actually have not played with the elves yet. So that'll be it for today. I really appreciate your views and likes and comments, and if you have any questions or if you need to point out something, I know that I think now in a couple of videos I've missed a rule or two and people have pointed it out. I am no board game expert or guru, but I appreciate all the attention to detail that everyone is putting into the videos, and thanks for sticking around. Yep, look out next week where we'll have another game on the table. Until then, don't forget to drop a like or a comment or a subscription. And until next time, I will see you later. Thanks so much.